Hello friends, so this will be a little different. Okay, so this video is not primarily concerned with studies, but it is going to be concerned with studies as well. Now the preliminary examination, students have started to come closer to the date of the examination. So you may have a certain jittery kind of anxiousness which is going to develop a lot. So I thought of talking to you in person so that many of the questions that students asked, I might able to give some answer to it. See, this is not a motivational video. I'm a very staunch believer that this motivational video and all, I do not think that it is going to make any difference in the preparation. But this, I wanted to give this idea of what you're going to face. I'm going to start with the bad things, then the good things. The bad thing that is going to happen is mostly people start losing sleep. I have faced it, many of my friends faced it. Sleep is something that you are going to sacrifice, not sacrifice, you're going to lose. See, if we are like, what the Buddha said, the point of sadness or the misery is wanting something, desire. When you desire something, there is bound to be all these things which happen to you, and hence this preliminary examination will increase that. See, it's not going to decrease in any way. You're going to increase the point of preparation. You are going to increase the permutation and combinations in your mind. You're going to lose sleep. But prepare yourself accordingly. Prepare a routine for you. Do not change the routine from now onwards. Do not change. See, it's February. You cannot change the routine hereafter. You have to be there for the next 3 months. You cannot take a break. Sleep, yes, you're going to lose the sleep. Gain it in the time when the world is, see, when the world is asleep, you will be awake. But when the world is awake, you will be asleep. People say that you should be awake when the world is, asleep. But you cannot be awake all the time. When the world is awake, if meaning is that many of you might be studying in the night. Do not worry too much about it. You're very young. You can recuperate. It's not going to be a very big deal. But you should be there for the 3 months. Whatever happens, you have to face those things. This is the first thing that I wanted to say. And I have been like that, miserable, anxious. There is a good side to this examination. There is also a bad side. I have been like that, and I have. I got too much of weight. I used to eat a lot. Not sleep that much. Eat so much of junk. Biryani was some, and food that I used to gorge like anything. That see, it's a personal choice. So it's a personal choice that you also have to make to get something. Okay, so something, you have to balance. You cannot get both things. The second point, so make a routine for the next 3 months. The second point is that, see, there is going to be a lot of noise asking you to do X, Y, Z, A, B, C, D, this, that, this. Understand this very clearly. There are 8 billion population, or so people in this country. In this world. There can be 8 billion views. Similarly, UPSC has 10 lakh people. 10 lakh views can be there. See, that's an approximation. That's basic things I'm saying. But how many of the views are you going to follow? If you keep on listening to so many views of that person, this person, and many of the things, even so, many can say that this itself is a view. I'm not saying that, you do this and that. I said you follow a routine. That's a very important thing. If you take a break from now onwards, it's going to be a problem. But sleep and all, you can manage. Young age, you can manage. The second thing that I wanted to say was, I'm not going to give you this, do that, read this book, read that book. Don't read this book, don't read Spectrum, don't read Polity. I'm not going to do that. There is a set of previous year questions. Take this from me very clearly. I have cleared this exam 8 times. I know people who have cleared this exam are in service, IAS, IPS. I have known people who clear this exam 6 times, 7 times, 5 times, 4 times. See, I know them personally. I've spoke to them. If you ask them whether they have read current affairs or whether they know prefer current affairs, which current affairs, you can ask them which current affairs they would prefer. They will tell you a choice. But what made them clear this exam was analysis of previous year question. Take this from me. Anyone who has cleared this exam might say that they wrote 100 tests and hence they cleared. But they will not understand there is a base above which they have built this 100 tests. The base is previous year question. These 100 tests are modeled on these previous year question. If you are a person of first attempt, second attempt, do not worry and panic about 100 tests, 1000 tests, this many tests, that many tests. Worry about all the previous year question and their analysis. Make a routine, sit down, even if you lose sleep, finish off these things. The third important point that I wanted to say was, please read books. Books means, see, not plural, book. So if you are a geography means GC Gliong, NCRT. History means spectrum. See, each person has a different view. Each person will say that, many things. But there is a standard procedures in this, standard books. Polity, Bakshi, article, everything that, in the previous videos, I have made so many videos, or in the Minds of Aspirant group, I'll start posting important topics to be learned one by one. And I have been posting important things. See, last time, I did post some questions which actually, reflected in the question paper. But don't wait for that. You keep on preparing. So this is the third point I wanted to say. The fourth point I wanted to say was, don't worry too much about, what questions that they are going to ask. I think, I have referred to so many times this MS Dhoni's quote of worry about things that you have control, don't worry about, I think I previously also I spoke about this. In those 100 questions, worry about questions that is in your hand. In those questions, many of the questions will reflect from previous year analysis. So in the second step, if you are done, you would actually, mount two things which are suitable for you in the hall. So instead of worrying about what they may ask, instead of predicting things, I think that things which are in your hand, you can go. I have said this in some other video also. See, this prediction, horoscope, and many other things are just there to distract you. They are not going to have anything, any substantial thing in your life. What makes a difference is how well you are prepared. Okay, how well you are prepared in something. That comes from the second step. So first step is important. So mind, body, and everything has to work. So for that, first step is important. Second step is what changes this exam. So the next point which I wanted to make was, understand this very clearly. See, many of the videos I have, many of the videos will be there in the internet, talking too much about, this happens. If you clear this, you will get this, you will get that. See, at the end of the day, it's an exam. Okay, so somebody who clears or does not clear does not reflect on who that person is. This journey which is going to be there for the next 3 months, it's going to be a little difficult. I hope you take care of yourself. As I said, sleep. When you lose sleep, you're going to have lots of issues, body and mind, and family, personal, many things will be going wrong. But what I wanted to say was, do not take this exam, very personally. In a sense, see, whether I did do that, no, I took this exam very personally. But what I say after all these years is that it's an exam. Okay, treat it as an exam, clear it as an exam. If it happens, it's good. If it does not happen, it's an exam. Okay, what is the next step in life? You should think about that. But next 3 months, do not distract yourself like this. Whatever happens, first 3 months, this is a 3 month, do it with complete confidence. After that, A or B or C or a D, many will come, many are going to give you so many suggestions. Listen to them then. Not now. While you are preparing very seriously, if you start listening to this, your mind will keep on going to different direction. That's how our mind is built, and you're going to lose sleep as well. So in your, even night time, and the anxiety will peak. So I'm saying, stop doing all this. Stop all the noise. There will be so many noise. As I said, 100 and million and lakhs and lakhs of opinions of how to do. Only one thing you have: the book, previous year question, and your laptop where Wikipedia is there. This is more than enough. I hope this made sense. And for many of the students who are asking, the core batch. So we are planning to have this link and core batch. Link and core batch is about this next cycle of batch which we are going to start. You can also please refer to your juniors. I do not have much of an marketing tool that I have. So you guys are my only source through which I can get this message across. So if any of your students are, sorry, if any of your friends or family or any of your juniors want to prepare for civil services and they want to get a clear understanding, that's the point. What I have spoke about, I will try to make the students do that. Not worry about too much about the noise, too much about current affairs, too much about all these are just peripheral noise. There are core stuffs which are necessary for clearing this exam. I will, think about doing that in the core batch, which is called as the Lincoln batch. Some of the students have asked also. It will be started after this prelims or around this prelims is what I'm planning. So 6 to 7 months, the course length will be there. The brochures and details, it will be put in the Minds of Aspirant group. You can check it. But what I want you to do is that now prepare for preliminary examination with good heart and full heart. I hope this video, and you can put your doubts also in the group. I can come and talk to you in person like this in the next few months. Thank you. All the best.